Are we ready for some Bowman tonight? Oh, I know I am. You know I love my Bowman. I have been anxiously waiting all day for 9 o'clock to get here so we can tear into it. We do have one quick break ahead of it though, and that would be our Onyx Preferred Players Autograph Baseballs. But of course, before we start busting into anything, we do have a little information to go over. So let's get rolling with that first up. Feedback is set to be automated. That is just simply so you never have to wait on me. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get the same in return. And of course, the second message there is to say thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate you spending part of your evening with me, and always appreciate those who bid, break, chat, and hang out with me. This is a list of things that we're going to be breaking over the next few days. So basically, it's just our roadmap. These auctions are already listed on eBay. They're up and available for bidding right now. We're going to be busting into this stuff over the next few days. Tomorrow night, Honors Football. Love that product. We're going to open a full case of it, and we're going to open 10 boxes of Prism Fast Break Basketball. And guys, those are loose boxes. It is a shared case. I got half, somebody else got half. And there you go. So for those of you who care about that sort of thing. On Friday night, we'll start at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. We're going to open another case of the Onyx Autographed Baseballs. Flawless Football comes out on Friday, the last of our 2018 football releases. And we're going to break a half case of it Friday night, along with the back half of this Bowman case that we're going to start tonight. We'll finish it up on Friday. Saturday night is an off night. Sunday night, we'll be back at it 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. We'll open a 15-box case of Leaf Metal Draft Football. That one has spots sold by first letter of the last name. We will also open a 5-box half case of Gypsy Queen Baseball, which will be the start of a new case. Monday is another 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific night. We'll open another half case of Flawless Football, and we'll open a full 12-box case of Diamond Kings Baseball. So that's what the days ahead look like for tonight. Here is the 411. So we have one free shipping break and one paid break. Our free shipping break, that's the autographed baseballs. A couple of things you need to know about that. Anytime I do a free shipping break, I project it to go out no later than a week after the break. So that just simply means no later than Wednesday, a week from today, the 24th, your autographed baseball will ship if you hit in that break. However, it often goes sooner. That just means, again, won't go any later than that. Also in that break, if you happen to get skunked and your team is not among the teams that are pulled, you are entitled to a consolation card. It can be from any year and any series. I keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period. Because that does happen to be a free shipping break, typically what I would do is hold on to that consolation card until you have another package going, and then I would gather up any that you're doing, send them all at once. If you're in the baseball, autographed baseball break, you get skunked, you don't want to wait for your next package, you want it right away, simply send me a message on eBay, let me know, I'll gladly take care of it. The paid shipping break for tonight is Bowman. Guys, I have that projected as a no later than Monday. Now, I'm hopeful that I can get it out to you sooner than Monday, but I'm projecting it as no later than Monday, okay? And, of course, everybody's going to pull cards in that. Lots of base cards in Bowman, so we don't have to worry about consolation cards there. First up tonight is our 3-box inner case of 2019 Onyx Preferred Players Autograph Baseballs. This is break number 14. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Wednesday night, the 17th of April. There are 4 teams that do not have hits in this product, so they weren't listed for sale. That would be the Cubs, the Tigers, the Marlins, and the Pirates. You'll see that designated there on the spreadsheet. Every other team, you're going to find a user ID across from a team name to designate who's got it tonight. Finally, the background. It's about to go out of focus a little bit. It's not you. You haven't had one too many tonight. That is me doing it on purpose, but don't worry. We'll be able to see everything. So, we have got Greg here. Hi, Greg. Nathan Robb is hanging out with us. So is Chris Thomas. And Echo is here as well. And you said, Nathan said it's not a very Boston-friendly set this year for for Bowman. Well, you know, it's all about the farm system in these things, and of course the rookies too. And you know, you never know. It does change up a bit here and there, but hey, it only takes one to get the hits you need, right? Sometimes you can get one and it'll pay for a whole lot of breaks, depending on who you hit on any given day. Well, hello, what is the deal here with that seal? It does not seem to, there we go. Now, finally cut through it. A little bit of box mutilation happening there on that one, I think. Echo, you need Mets in both breaks. All right, well, let's do our best. Let's do our very best to find some Mets. I would like to find that Alonso ball for you, given everything that we have gone through with the one that was labeled as being Alonso, but then really turned out to be somebody else, and all that hot mess of stuff. I would like to be able to make that up to you and find you one that is actually Alonso. That would be nice. All right, that's something with an R and an M. So, you know, I always like to, it could be Reese McGuire. We pull him a lot. It probably is. It is Onyx certified right there. You know, I always like to try to guess before I actually read to see who it is. I don't know. Why not? It's fun. So this Onyx card goes with the Onyx authentication sticker that you saw. And look at that. We got one right. It is indeed Reese McGuire autograph there for the Blue Jays on that ball. Second out. Chris says it's bad mojo that this second box here, the one I'm just taking the ball out of, that it didn't want to be opened. He thinks it's bad mojo. Well, you know what? Maybe it's good, though. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's something worth a lot of money, thinking, yeah, I'm going to make you hard to get in here because I'm worth a lot of money. I mean, you just never know, right? Boy, I don't know who that is, but I do know that it's got written on there, first Major League Baseball hit, 4/6/15, for whatever that's worth, and something with an L on it. I don't know who that is right offhand. There's an Onyx certification there as well. Onyx card to go with your Onyx sticker. And the big winner of the box that didn't want to be opened is Micah Johnson. So it wasn't an L at all. It was a J, all right, for Micah Johnson. And where does Micah go? Boy, I got to look that up. Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay Rays have Micah Johnson. So Rays and Blue Jays, Rays and Jays so far. Our third one out tonight. Third and final out of this case. We're almost out of these too, guys. We've only got maybe a couple more of these 3-box cases to go. Ooh, this has some green stitching. Oh, well, that's interesting. Is that Victor Robles again? Like, we pull him so often, and I think it is him again, with a green stitched baseball and Onyx authentication sticker. Excuse me. Your Onyx card to go along with it, with a side of allergy throat clearing. And it is Victor again. So it's a Memorial Day ball. That's why we have the green stitching. And we have hit a ton of Victor Robles signed baseballs this year. So you know what? If you're a fan of Victor, it comes out of this series pretty readily, it seems. So to recap, we have the Reese McGuire ball that's headed to the Toronto Blue Jays. And I'm just going to label these up as we go, so bear with me for one moment, please, while I label the top of the box. Make it a little easier later. That, again, is Micah Johnson. And where did I say Micah is? He's at Tampa Bay Ray. All right, so let's get Micah set to go. And then the Victor Robles with the green stitched Memorial Day ball for the Washington Nationals. And I tell you what, I'm going to tweak this focus just ever so slightly. I'm still not able to look at it up quite as close as I wanted to, so we'll see if that got us a little closer to where we want to be in terms of being able to look at it really nice and closely, hopefully. All right, Nationals all labeled up. Now I'm going to set these aside, but while I do that, I'm going to let you peruse this. All right, so of course we went over this all just a couple minutes ago, and I'm not going to read through all that again, but if somebody did jump in the interim, please take a second and review the information there. It'll get you up to speed on shipping dates, consolation cards, and all kinds of other interesting fun facts that you need to know. So we are headed now into Bowman, today's new release. I'm so excited about that. Okay. It's a half case. It's 2019 Bowman. Obviously a start of a new case because this just came out today. Same format with team names on one side, and your eBay user ID is up in lights across from your team on the opposite side. Since we are starting a brand new case, but we're not opening the entire case tonight, here's how I handle that. I'm going to take all 12 boxes out, and I'm going to number each of them on the end, and then use random.org to tell us which we open tonight versus which ones we'll be opening on Friday night when we open the back half of this case. But first things first, I've got to get it all out and numbered on the end. That way it just keeps it completely random. You don't have to worry about, right side, left side, top, bottom, any of that stuff. This way, our dear friend, sometimes our foe, random.org, will be the one to have to make the hard choice tonight for us. All right, so just give me a second here to get these labeled up so we know what's what. Well, we would know anyway, but this just makes it all nice and official-like. Seeing as how we're trying to be all official tonight and every night. All right, let's head over here to Random and get this rolling. All right, so that was easy. Just typed in 1 through 12. I'm going to hit random one single time. First 6 numbers that come up, we'll open those corresponding 6 boxes. So it gives us 8, 3, 11, 9, 6, and 2. All right, so that's 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 11, right? 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 11. Is that the right number of boxes? Oh, man. I already forgot what they were. Hang on. 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 11. All right. 2, 3. And there comes 6. There's 8, 9, and 11. Hooray! Give me a second to put the other 6 back in their case, and then we'll get cracking on this here momentarily. So Bowman, everybody's probably opened it a lot, right? Chris, we don't have anything unpaid tonight. Everything's all locked and loaded and ready to go tonight. So thank you everyone for that, by the way. So Bowman, we're looking for 1 autographed card per box. And of course, the awesome thing about Bowman is there's going to be lots of first Bowman autographs in here on the Chrome Parallels. And some of these guys, we might look at them today and think, oh, yeah, that's a good one, based on what we know about them. And that might turn out to be right. But there's other guys, we may look at them today and think, I'm not sure about that guy. And then 3, 4, 5 years down the road, you might have a card worth a lot of money. So you just never know with Bowman. That is the exciting part. And it's mostly going to be about how you would expect it to be. As in, there's going to be paper base, there will be chrome cards, there will be inserts, there will be parallels. There's one new insert series this year. What's it called? Ready for the Show, maybe? I don't know. Our Bowman Sterling Continuity cards are back. Pipeline is in here. You know, Rookie of the Year, Prospects Top 100. The standard inserts that you would expect we'll find in here. Standard parallels that you would expect also pretty much. There is one new option for refractors, though, and it's called, I always want to say spackle, but it's actually speckle, like a speckled egg. It is a speckle refractor. Those are new this year, and I think it's numbered to 499, but we'll have to find out when we pull some. But I want to say something like that anyway. And of course, again, as per the norm, lots of paper cards with some chrome cards mixed in. So we'll kind of do our due diligence, if you will, as we go through this the first time. And then once we kind of get a feel for how it's going to look, we'll go a little faster through some of the subsequent boxes. So paper, of course, the paper-based set can include active players, rookies, and prospects. So there's our first chrome. It happens to be for one of my Cincinnati Reds, Lyon Richardson. This is numbered to 499. It is paper and kind of, I don't know, aqua-ish. That's what I'm going with anyway. I'm going to go with aqua. You know, your guess is as good as mine. That is a chrome, just a base, another base chrome. What else? There's possibility of anniversary, 30th anniversary buyback cards could be in here, autographed even. There's a Rookie of the Year favorites. Those as a set will most likely, the entire group of Rookie of the Year favorites are going to be refractors, and they're not generally numbered. Ditto with our chrome, unless it happens to be a parallel, then it will be numbered, but our base chrome will not be. So that, again, being kind of a light blue or an aqua or something background on it, but it doesn't appear to be numbered. However, here's our hit. Our hit is Will Stewart for the Philadelphia Phillies. So there's your man, Will Stewart. If you got Philly, hopefully he will turn out to be some kind of magic for you in the years ahead. And of course, always good to see Vlad Guerrero Jr. This is on just another one of our insert sets at the top 100 that I'd mentioned earlier. And it does refract as a set, but they are not numbered. It's another chrome. There's paper. Our paper and our chrome look very similar this year. Sometimes the chrome has a very different look, but this year it looks very similar. So that's an example of the 30th anniversary design, obviously, and that's a facsimile signature on there, clearly not an actual signature for the Rangers, with Julio Pablo Martinez on it, on that one. And it used to be that we would have, well, maybe I guess I'm thinking about the jumbos where you have, you know, all the chrome kind of together. I forget when we open the hobby, it doesn't necessarily work like that. There's kind of mixed in. Echo, you said you haven't seen a lot of Mets pulled in other breaks, and you're hoping it's because they're all waiting for you here in this box. Well, let's hope they are. There's Pache for the Braves, once again, just on that 30th anniversary parallel insert. Of course, you guys can see the chromes as they come out. I don't have to read those off every time. You can see they have that little chrome designation on them up there at the top. And just double checking, those are not numbered, no. And Nathan Robb says he's a Mets fan too. There's another top 100. It was Kyle Wright. For the Dodgers, there's Gavin Lux. Here's that new insert I was talking about, ready for the show. So we haven't had this insert before, so this is new this year. That particular one is Tatis for the Padres. And I think I probably said his name way wrong, but that's pretty typical. I usually say the names way wrong. I know. I hear them and I still butcher them, and I'm sorry. I think we already looked at that group, but for the sake of argument, because I had it setting in a weird place, I just want to make sure that we've done our due diligence and looked at it all. Gina, hi Gina. This looks like Echo filled you in on the baseballs. So yeah, it was the Rays, the Jays, and another Victor Robles. That particular Victor was for on a Memorial Day green stitched ball. All right, here we have ourselves a little, I believe that is called an atomic refractor, what Panini would call cracked ice. Topps, I think, calls that the atomic refractor, and it is Orelvis Martinez for the Blue Jays on a nice little first Bowman parallel there. Of course, you can only get the cracked ice only come out, or not cracked ice, sorry, the atomic only come out in the hobby version. You can't get those in retail, I don't think, anyway. This is a chrome refractor, so it should be numbered on the back, I think. Oh, it's not. That's weird. I thought it would be, but I don't see a number. Oh, it's numbered on the front. That's why. Duh. It's like, I think refractors are numbered to $4.99. I couldn't find it. There it is. $4.99 for my Cincinnati Reds. So basically, the moral of that story is the refractors that are part of sets are not going to be numbered. So like the 30th anniversaries and the Rookie of the Year and the ones where the entire sets refract are not numbered. But when we see refractors of chrome cards otherwise that aren't part of an insert set, they will be numbered. This is our Bowman Sterling continuity card. I think that's a nice design this year. So they're not typically numbered, and this one is not either, but they are, I think, very cool cards. You may recall that we got an announcement not too long ago that Bowman Sterling is making an appearance back in the hobby lineup this year for the first time in a few years. So that was a talent pipeline insert you saw a moment ago. All the good players coming up on a given organization. Facsimile signature, of course, Juan Soto, 30th anniversary parallel for the Nationals. So that's kind of I think we've hit just about one of everything that I mentioned earlier. There might be one or two inserts that maybe we haven't seen yet, but I think we've seen the majority of them. So once we get through that, and you know what the sitch is in that regard, unless we come across something completely different, we'll probably not really stop and talk about those too much as we go from here. We'll just kind of buzz on through, given that this is a fairly good amount of cards to get through, so we try not to dally too awfully much while still giving you a chance to look at what's coming out, but without taking an inordinate amount of time. So the last thing I was watching happened to be the Yankees-Red Sox game. And the last play I saw was a big grand slam going out of there for the Yankees. If anybody has the game on, let me know if anything has happened in the interim score-wise. So we have ourselves an orange shimmer. And orange in here are typically numbered to 50, I believe, or to 25 actually in Bowman, I think. They're 50 in some other, but I think they're 25 in Bowman. But let's find out. Yes, and it is in fact number 25 of 25, and that is for the Cardinals with Ryan Helsley. So our first shimmer and our first color of the night out of chrome anyway as well. So nice. Another show insert, and that one's a Beau Bichette. And on we go. Now I know I had a question the other night about at some point, am I going to do some breaks where we will have the paper base not ship and have its own bidding category? And the answer to that, because I'm sure somebody else is thinking the same thing, is probably somewhere down the line. So for right now, of course, everything is shipping. And when that switches over, it will clearly note it in the description. So always make sure you check the description when you're bidding on this. Because at some point we probably will flip it and have like all the paper base with its own bidding category, and just sort and send the chrome and the parallels and that sort of thing. That's kind of the plan at the moment. That's usually the way we do it. Gives the set builders, we'll roll through a couple of cases so set builders have their opportunity to get the cards that they want and need, and then we switch over usually. All right, so that was the end of box number 1, right? Yeah. Start of box number 2 coming at you right now. So Gina, how have you been? What's been happening in your part of the world? Did the snow finally go away, Gina? I hope. We hope anyway. Gina may have taken off, though. I think just mostly looking at for the Onyx break. I don't know if Gina hung around tonight or not. Maybe yes, maybe no. That's hard to say. '30th anniversary. Once again, facsimile. Signatures on those, not actual autographs. I imagine everybody knows that, but every once in a while there will be somebody who might not be as familiar with it and get, you know, hyped up thinking they've got an autograph hit when they don't, which is just kind of cruel on the part of Topps, isn't it? We have ourselves another orange parallel. This one is numbered to 25 as well, of course, and it is Mr. Florial on the 30th anniversary orange parallel for the New York Yankees, who are trying to win that rivalry game. I don't know. Brett Gardner hit that grand slam. And, you know, here's the thing about it. If Aldi was throwing a beautiful game, I really don't think I don't think his pitch count was too out of line, was it? I mean, I don't know. What was he, maybe 100, 110 pitches in or something? Throwing a really nice game. But they decided to pull him. And whammo, boys, cost him a grand slam right off the bat. Of course, you know I'm not a big fan of the way they do things these days, where sometimes, you know, pitchers end to face 1 or 2 batters or a half an inning or an inning, and our starting pitchers get pulled so early these days, and I don't know. I mean, I do know the reason why. They're trying to preserve them, etc., but hey, you're winning the game. The man's throwing a nice game. Leave him in. A little while longer anyway. That was my thought, but obviously they did not. Alex Cora did not agree. Imagine that. This is paper to $4.99 for the Orioles with a little Rylan Bannon. I don't know why that Alec looked like it should be numbered or something, but it wasn't. I guess just wishful thinking on my part. All righty. Somewhere along the way, we will also probably do some of these as full cases. But that will be, I don't know, we'll do a case, maybe 2 cases that are as halves and have everything shipped, and then we'll switch over and do some probably full cases and maybe bust it up a little differently. So I got a lot of Bowman. We'll be breaking it for a while because I've also got, yeah, Gypsy Queen we need to mix in there along the way, and we've got Archives to mix in, Diamond Kings. We got all kinds of stuff happening. So this is on a parallel, this particular autograph. It is on a top 100 parallel out of this box, and that is Justice Sheffield, and numbered to 50. Refractor. It is a sticker auto on that, which they often are with tops when they are on a parallel card. And he's on there as a Seattle Mariner, which is the current team. I think somebody told me that we might have a player or two in here where their autographs are still on a former team. So 30th anniversary parallel for the Rays. And for sure that happens. And sometimes you'll find them actually with their autographs on a former team and their regular cards in the set, their base cards and other parallels that are not autographed will be with the current team. And we've seen that happen plenty of times. That's primarily because Topps will print the cards that have to be signed well in advance of the rest of the set, so that they can send them off and actually get them signed and get them back in time. So that's why that sometimes happens, you know. They will print it early, and it will be for a former team. In the meantime, somebody, you know, it's not a former team at that time, but then in the meantime, somebody gets traded, and that's what happens. But they're not going to ditch those autograph cards, so the autographs go in on the old team and everything else goes in on the new team. So that happens more than you might think, as a matter of fact. Patty's here. Hi, Patty. What's happening, Patty? How's it going? This happens to be a little atomic refractor for the Mets. And it is Franklin Colome, or Colome. One of the two. Anyway, it's headed to Echo's house. Echo's going to want that one. Speaking of, now Echo, I know you said to me in a message earlier, you don't want the base anymore of basically anything. But I just want to make sure that we're on the same page here. So, for instance, in this, I consider base to be anything that isn't chrome, or an insert, or an autograph. So I'm assuming that you would do the same. But now then again, I want to make sure. Do you want the paper ones that say First Bowman? Or you literally, you know, in my mind, those are base, but they might not be in your mind. So I want to make sure that I'm sending you the stuff that you want and not sending you the stuff that you don't want, for instance. There's Kyle Tucker, and that is our Bowman Sterling continuity card. And subsequently, Echo, I consider all chrome in here to be inserts, but you may not. So if you don't want the chrome, then you need to let me know that too. So I just want to make sure that, again, that we're on the same page, because typically I do ship everything. So I want to get us all squared away. This is Reggie Lawson for the Padres. It is a purple parallel, and it is numbered to 250. Yeah, Patty, I know you like the base and your grandson likes the base. And actually, a lot of people do. I personally am not ever been one to be real fond of having a lot of base, but that's probably just because I have a lot already. But Echo, see, is trying to stay out of trouble with his wife, so he doesn't want to have big packages of cards showing up at his house, because he says, you know, gets things fired up a little bit. So he's trying to calm down the home front. Okay, so Echo, you want all the ones that say First Bowman, both paper and chrome, or only the ones that say First Bowman that are chrome and not paper? And you want no multiples. Okay. Oh, Echo, you're relying on, you are relying on me to remember a lot of, a lot of things for that. I'm going to have to write that down later, brother, so that I don't forget any of that. Patty, you said you're going to be there soon, as in like when you have so much base, you're like, oh, I don't want any more. Yeah, I feel you. I am definitely that way. JT just typed in, send all my base to Echo. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. Echo, wouldn't that be funny? It wouldn't be to you, but it would be if like everybody said, oh, I don't want any of my base, send it all to Echo, and you got like a 50-pound box of cards. Oh, you would not be happy. Nor would your wife be, which then probably also means I wouldn't be either, because you would let me have it. But that's pretty funny, JT. Makes me laugh. 30th anniversary for the Minnesota Twins. Yeah, that that was pretty funny. There's Ronnie Mauricio on an insert, top 100 insert for the Mets. A Bowman Sterling continuity. Who's on this one? That would be Mr. Jared Kalenic. And that's actually an example of what I was speaking about earlier. So he's a Mariner right here. Yeah, and he's going to be a Mariner on most everything else we're going to see of him, except I think his autograph cards. And I believe that Kalenic's autograph cards in here may still be as a Met. Now, that is what someone told me the checklist was reflecting. Now, I don't know if that was all the autographs or just like a top 100 or something like that insert-wise, but I haven't done a deep dive on it. But anyway. Okay, Tampa Bay Rays. You have a purple parallel, numbered to 250. That is Wander Franco. He has been hot, been in demand with his cards of late. Tampa Bay Rays, period, have been hot. Like, I mean, the actual on-the-field Major League Tampa Bay Rays right now. Houston Astros, 30th anniversary. Yeah, Rays have been kind of burning it up a little bit. Nice. And yeah, Echo, thank you for sending me a message saying exactly how you want it. I think that's probably wise. 30th anniversary for the Giants. We all know how my poor little brain, my poor tired little brain works. So it's best to keep me on the straight and narrow. Just lay it out. And just basically say, if you want, you know, if you're talking First Bowman paper, just chrome, whatever, the more specific you can be, the more likely I am to send you only what you want and hopefully not get you in trouble at home. So we have an autograph for the Padres. It is a First Bowman Ruiz, Esterary Ruiz. San Diego Padres. And what else? What else have we got in here? That was a talent pipeline. I'm sure we'll have loads more inserts. Yeah, Echo. Okay, you said Kalenic's autographs are on the checklist as Mets, so yeah, that's obviously, then that's what happened. I mean, they would have printed his cards that had to be signed, would have been printed then prior to that December trade. And then everything else in here, his inserts and his base cards, are all properly reflecting the current team of the Mariners. So just the autograph sounds like. A refractor for the Tigers. That is numbered to 499 with a little Franklin Perez coming your way. All right, more packs to open. Yeah, my distributors did some kind of funky stuff with my Bowman this year. I mean, we're going to have plenty to open, but it's odd the way they did it. One of them, for instance, that I don't know that they've ever sent me loose boxes, sent me 2 cases and 2 loose boxes. I'm like, why are you sending me 2 loose boxes? But, you know, I'm not going to turn them down. I'll open them myself because I love Bowman. So I let them send them, but that's kind of weird. So, and another one of my distributors did something similar. I got some cases and then some extra loose boxes. So, I don't quite know what about that. I may just open all those loose boxes for myself. You never know. I do get on those tears. So you just never know. That's paper. I just had him stacked with chrome. So I was only moving him back, but I wanted to, now I stacked the chrome with paper. But I was telling you why you were looking at him again. I don't know why I sort out the chrome from the paper as I go, but I always do. Habit, I guess, because they don't always ship together. So this is also for the Padres, an atomic refractor here for Chris Paddack. So that's kind of cool for San Diego to hit that. Of course, both Paddack and Tatis end up making the roster. So give San Diego something to play around with. I kind of like those new inserts ready for the show. What insert? We had an insert in here last year that was so ugly. What was that, guys? Oh, do you all remember? It was like, so, we all hated it. It was so ugly, that one particular insert. I can't think what it was now, but they didn't bring it back for this year, and they replaced it with Ready for the Show, which is far preferable, because that one who's, I can't think of the title of, like, it was really like a moonshot type thing, except it wasn't called that. But it was super, super ugly. And kind of weird and hard to see parts of it. Patty, there are not going to be any relics or anything in here. There is a possibility of, well, hang on a second. This is Dakota Hudson. It's to 250 for the Cardinals. There is the possibility of a book card that would be multi-signed. Oh, I'm trying to think. I think 24 signatures on it. So there's the possibility for that. There's the possibility, I think there are maybe some dual signature possibilities in Bowman. What else? The All-American Game, or whatever they call it, but it's basically some of the top-level prospects that have cards that were actually signed when they were still in high school. And they occasionally will insert those, and when you find those, they're an extra autograph, so you would still get your standard auto, and that All-American one would be a second one. And there's only a handful of guys they do that with, probably 6 or fewer each year, and they're usually some of the higher end prospects. I think Tristan Casas is one this year. Oh, I can't even think who they are. There's 5 or 6 of them anyway. So those are a little outside the norm, as would be that book card or a multi-signed if we were to find it. But most of the stuff you're going to find in Bowman will be single autographs. Of course, they're on chrome. And a lot of them are going to be first Bowmans, which is, of course, what you want if you're prospecting and you're a buy and hold sort. But we can also pull autographs of our current rookies. So that adds a little flavor to things as well. And then, of course, occasionally you find an autograph on an insert like we did earlier. So, but Bowman is always, for me, a lot of fun. But one thing you'll find, Patty, is a lot of the top series, when you get into the Bowman stuff, you don't usually find a lot of relics. It is usually just going to be signatures for the most part. That's the 30th anniversary. Oh, Shohei. Doesn't he look so young there? I mean, he is young, but doesn't he look super young in that picture? He's like 16 or something. He's not 16, but he just looked super young in that particular picture. But, you know, sometimes you will find, I didn't even think about that, sometimes you do find, like, Arizona Fall League relics or something like that. I can't remember if those are in Series 1, Series 2 and Update, or if we occasionally find one in Bowman. I don't know. But occasionally we will find those kind of things. Ooh, we have a little gold on the horizon. It will be numbered 250. It's for the Miami Marlins, and it's Victor Mesa. Very nice. Yeah, that's, oh, it's to 75. I'm sorry, guys. I thought it would be to 50. It's actually to 75. I'm accustomed to seeing gold and thinking 50, but I guess technically they're going to call that yellow because yellow in here is to 75, whereas gold is to 50. So I believe I just misidentified the color there. Right? Like, how hard is it? Yellow versus gold? Yeah, but yeah, but I just did it. I called it gold and it was yellow. Nonetheless, Victor Mesa, nice for the Marlins. One that you'll probably be glad you have down the road. So nobody's got the Yankees-Red Sox game on, I guess. I haven't seen any score updates, so I'm going to assume none of you are watching that at the moment. Ready for the show, Peter Alonso. The man we were hoping to find an autographed baseball for earlier for Echo, but we weren't able to conjure it up tonight for Mr. Alonso. So, Patty, when you send or give the base cards to your grandkids, do they sort them out into, like, teams and make sets with them, or do they just like to have them and trade them and play with them and collect them and that sort of thing? I don't know how old they are. I may have asked you that before, but if I did, my feeble little brain doesn't remember that. Their age, I mean. Nathan Robb says Boston lost. Okay. All right. Thank you, Nathan Robb. Then he says again, I know, right? But, like, why didn't they just leave Eovaldi in there? He was pitching a really good game. I don't think they should have pulled him, but obviously they know that now. After watching Brett Gardner hit a grand slam promptly after they pull Eovaldi. To 250 for the Padres. You have yourself a little purple chrome Baez. And more chrome, but not numbered. More top 100. Oh, an autograph. And it's orange. And it's a Yankee. So it's numbered to 25. It's the first in the series, too. You know, that gives me a special little thrill. It's a 1 of 25. Earlier we pulled a 25 of 25 for somebody. And this is Dom Thompson Williams for the Yankees. With a little orange ink making us all happy. Patty, you said you put the cards in order and your dad helps them store them. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. But they just like to get lots of cards in general. Well, most kids do, right? I mean, what am I saying most kids? Most adults do. Don't you love, really, frankly, when a big package full of cards come in the mail? Kind of, we all do. That is Joey Bart, San Francisco Giants, Bowman Sterling continuity. So yes, I can imagine that kids would like that a lot. There's our atomic refractor for this box, also for the Padres. Padres have got a lot of parallels and things going on tonight. That one is Reggie Lawson. I almost said Reggie Jackson. See, that's the kind of stuff that happens to me sometimes. Brain goes firmly into neutral occasionally. We have ourselves some blue here. And our blue is Edwin Diaz for the Mets. It is paper. It is numbered to 150. Oh, your son is president of the Little League. Oh, well, that's cool. And he gives out a lot of cards to kids and stuff, too. Well, that's really cool, man. I like that, Patty. Don't take the man personally. I call everybody man. Sorry. It is not actually gender specific. It's a bad habit I picked up many years ago, and I have never really been able to shake it. I generally refer to people as man, and I don't know why. But there you go. There you have it. There you are. That's the hazard of being in Kentucky, right? We pick up bad habits, and then we just keep them. Because everybody else says the same thing around here. Ay, what to do. Another talent pipeline. Those are always fun. 30th anniversary for the Braves. And that is a handsome Acuna coming out on that parallel. 30th anniversary for the Astros and Yordan Alvarez. All right, we are 4 boxes down, 2 boxes remaining. Kirk is here. Hi, Kirk. Yeah, your Yankee hit, right? To 25. I know you like that. Never going to argue with Bowman orange, that's for sure. JT says Echo does. I'm sure that was in response to me saying that everybody loves getting packages with lots of cards. Yeah, Echo probably wouldn't mind it, except that it gets him in trouble with the other half, and she maybe not as fond of it. Chris, I agree with you. The Padres are a little bit on fire in this break. They have hit some nice parallels, and I think they've hit an auto in here as well. Maybe a few little things come out for the Padres already tonight. Pipeline again. But yeah, Bowman is always really fun every year. I like doing it, so I always get as much as they'll give me. Urias for the Padres. Sometimes I stash a little back and we don't open it till later, so. But in recent years, I've busted through most of it within the first month or two. Speaking of the Padres being a little bit on fire, how about an autograph for Urias headed your way? Your rookie Urias. Now, I'm sure, given your choice, you might have rather that been Tatis, but yeah, well, still nice to get Urias's autograph. If you're San Diego tonight. Which might be Patty. Is that you, Patty, with San Diego? You have them a lot. Do you have them tonight? Now let's see if I can manage to get the color right this time. I believe this is going to be yellow, not orange. Or, jeez, not gold. Wow, I am having some serious color issues. Oh, no, see, I got it wrong again. So this one, the last one, that I thought was gold was yellow. This one that I thought was yellow is gold. And it is numbered to 50, and it is paper. Cole Winn for the Rangers. And apparently I am going to struggle with yellow versus gold this year, it would seem. Do not have a good track record. A half case in, I have gotten every one of them wrong. Oh, Kirk, you were driving and listening for the first few boxes. I got you, so it makes it harder then to know what's going on. You're relying on the commentary. But now you're home, so you got to see your... Did you get to see your hit to 25? You'll get to see it in recap if you didn't, but it's pretty sweet. Patty, you are the Padres. All right, well, you're doing well with them tonight then. It was a good choice. Good pickup. I see a shimmer, and goodness knows I'm not going to venture a guess as to whether it's gold or yellow. Let's just look at it, see what it's numbered to. It is numbered to 50, so it is gold. A gold shimmer Rodriguez, Julio Rodriguez, for the Seattle Mariners. We have not yet seen a speckled refractor, which is the new refractor parallel that is included this year. For the Yankees, Florial again, 30th anniversary. Then we have a little Chrome Helsley, a 30th anniversary for the Mariners with Justice Sheffield. Rookie of the Year insert Christian Stewart for the Tigers. And we are just plugging our way right on through this. We're making pretty good time for the most part. And we still got a few more packs to go out of next to last box. So we're not quite at last box mojo yet, but we're around the corner from it. We hit our yeah, we have hit our autograph out of this box, haven't we? It was the Padre. Okay, think about that a minute. But I think that it was. I was watching this week some old, more listening than watching, but some old episodes of The Twilight Zone, like the original Twilight Zone. Sometimes I just like to have stuff on in the background when I'm working on sorting and shipping, but it has to be stuff that I don't have to pay much attention to. That is Graterol for the Minnesota Twins with a Bowman Sterling continuity insert. So I put on stuff that I've either, I've already seen, like Friends or Frasier or stuff like that, or stuff like Twilight Zone. And they had a Twilight Zone episode that I actually don't ever remember having seen before, about a baseball player, a pitcher, that was actually a robot this guy had built. You guys remember that one? His name was Casey. And it was actually kind of a fun episode. I didn't ever remember there being one about that before. Brandon Marsh for the Angels, our Atomic Refractor. Not like I have memorized every Twilight Zone episode or anything, but I have seen a lot of them. All right, so that is a Chrome Guerrero and a Ready for the Show Tatis. Cincinnati Reds have a little Chrome card, and there's another Bo Bichette Ready for the Show. Now we are officially headed into Last Box Mojo from this half case. So let's try to get a big, fiery, smoking hot volcanic hit out of this last box tonight. The back half of this case, remember, will open on Friday night, along with Flawless Football, which is a new release for Friday. And I forgot what else. Something else I think we're opening Friday night, too. I can't think what it was. But it seems like there's another thing anyway. And then we'll get back to some Gypsy Queen and Diamond Kings, like in the Sunday, Monday range. Then we'll probably get back into Bowman again. Obviously Friday. We already know that's up and running. And then after Friday, we'll probably run to about Tuesday and do Bowman again. Maybe buy the full case that day. We'll see how I feel about things. Chris, you need Mojo for an Astros autograph out of the last box. All right, well, Mojo request has been noted, sir. We'll see if we can deliver it for you. That's always the question. If the Mojo works in our favor or not. Hey, there's a Lyon Richardson for my Cincinnati Reds. He's not numbered or anything, but I still like him. And there's a Toronto Blue Jays Bo Bichette 30th anniversary. Honestly, Lyon Richardson is like the forgotten Cincinnati Red for me. I had the hardest time remembering that we picked up Lyon Richardson in the draft. I just, for some reason, had a very difficult time remembering him. That was a Vlad Guerrero Jr., the show that you saw there a second ago for the Blue Jays. Some chrome. Lots of assorted chrome. And that's Kyle Tucker, again with the Rookie of the Year chrome parallels. Still haven't seen our autograph yet out of last box. It's still hiding out, waiting. Whoops, hang on, something stuck to the back there. It was Jordan Adams hanging out on the back of that chrome card for a hot second. 30th anniversary for, who is that? For the Cubs. I recognize that player for a minute. I'm like, wait, what? Who? And there, oh, it's a Padre again. Wow. We're going to look at it better here in a second, but since there were only a couple cards left underneath it, I just wanted to slide them on out of the way. Padres just absolutely crushed this break tonight. Just couldn't have asked for more. Well, I guess you could have, because you could have asked for your Fernando autograph, but this is Ornelas or Ornelius or Ornelas. Anyway, it's another Padre autograph is the fact of the matter. So that was our last autograph that we're expecting to find, unless we happen to get one of those All-Americans that I spoke about earlier, but those don't come out super frequently. All right, kids. Let's see what parallels and things we can find in the last part of our last box here. And there's one. It's paper purple to 250 for the Dodgers with Will Smith. And then we have a refractor, number to 499. This Brendan McKay for the Tampa Bay Rays. I like that kid. I do like a little Brandon McKay. He's a two-way player. And right now, they're letting him stay a two-way player at the moment. I think Shohei Ohtani might help pave the way there for him to be able to go to the pros two-way. Usually, you know, they'll sort him out in the minors and make them go one direction or another, but so far they've been letting him do both. He's first base and pitcher, and he's quite good, McKay. Yordan Alvarez, Houston Astros, is the Bowman Sterling card out of that box. I'm not sure yet how hard or easy Bowman Sterling's going to be to get. Haven't seen my numbers for it yet, except for one place. It's an Eloy White Sox 30th anniversary. The one that I have seen, hey, the numbers were kind of on the ugly side. Hang on, somebody's stuck again. They like to hitch a ride on the back of these chrome cards occasionally. Make our life difficult. See something sparkling back here? And that is for the Marlins. It is a first Bowman Victor Mesa for the Marlins. How about that? Yeah. An atomic refractor first Bowman. Nice. Victor Mesa. Well, see, there were still a few nice little surprises even after our autograph came out of this box. Still a few little surprises showed up. Here's another one. This is another number to 25. Had a lot tonight to 25. This is the top 100, of course. It's Carter Kieboom for the Washington Nationals. He's got a brother that plays in the majors. Can't remember his brother's name, but anyway, he does. So let's do a little recapping here. We're going to take a fly through some things that were numbered and some of our parallels, like our Bowman Sterlings and things that don't come out as frequently. And then, of course, our autographs. So we're going to kind of recap that general group. So these are all Bowman Sterlings when you see them. Of course, all of our base refractors are to $4.99. Anything purple is to $250. That's just an unnumbered atomic. Bowman, this is a gold shimmer to $50. Atomic, I said Bowman. I should have said Bowman Sterling. So we'll just call those Sterling. This is to $75. So technically, that would make this yellow parallel. Still looks gold to me, but technically yellow. Purple to $250 for the Cardinals. An atomic for the Padres. There is a Sterling Kalenic for the Mariners. And a Sterling Kyle Tucker for the Astros. The Mets with an atomic. There's a Sterling for Cabrera and the Cardinals, and an atomic for the Blue Jays with Martinez. We have a Jeff McNeil to $4.99 paper for the Mets. Carter Kieboom to $25 for the Nationals. An atomic for the Marlins with Victor Mesa. That is paper. Gold Cole Winn to $50 for the Rangers. Blue to $150 Edwin Diaz and the Mets. Chrome to $250 purple Padres Baez. The Tigers with Franklin Perez to $4.99. Then you have to $250 for the Rays, Wander Franco chrome purple, followed by a Padre chrome purple for Reggie Lawson. Paper to $4.99. It's Bannon for the Orioles. Numbered to 25, you have a 30th anniversary Estevan Florial for the Yankees. That is a facsimile signature, not an actual signature. Then we have an orange shimmer for the Cardinals to 25 for Ryan Helsley. And my Cincinnati Reds, you got a little refractor to $4.99 there with Taylor, a base refractor, Taylor Trammell. Now, our autographs. The Padres with Ornelas or Ornelius. Urias, also a Padre. This nice 25 orange autograph. Yankees, Dom Thompson Williams. Padres again with Ruiz, first Bowman. That is 3 Padres hits out of 6 autographs. I mean, like crazy, right? This happens to be numbered to 50, and it is Justice Sheffield for the Mariners. It's a top 100 insert. That one is a sticker autograph. And then we have Will Stewart for the Phillies with a first Bowman autograph that got things started off tonight. So that's the break for tonight. That's the recap. I will put up spreadsheet information here again for anybody who didn't get a look earlier. Now is going to be a chance to find out when you can expect your stuff to ship, and then we'll also take a look at what's breaking in the days ahead. So once again, the autographed baseballs that we opened earlier, those are free shipping items projected to go out no later than 1 week from today. They often go out sooner, sometimes a lot sooner, but won't be any later than a week from today. Our cards from Bowman Baseball projected for Monday. I'm going to try really hard to get them out to you before that. But of course, Saturday is a short post office day, and there are a couple of breaks that have to get out ahead of you. So Monday would be the latest that these Bowman cards would get out the door to you. But hopefully, I'm going to be able to get it out to you faster than that. I'm going to try very hard. And then, of course, on the autographed baseballs, if you got skunked, your consolation card will be held to ship with your next package, unless you send me a message and let me know you want it right away. And that's just because it's a free shipping break. But if you do want it right away, all you need to do is let me know. I will take care of it. That, again, consolation cards for teams that didn't hit in the autographed baseball break. Every team pulled cards in Bowman. Now, taking a look at what is coming ahead. Tomorrow night, we're going to open Honors Football, which is a 10-box case. And we're going to open a 10-box half case of Panini Prism Fast Break Basketball. And that is a shared case. So somebody else took the other 10 boxes. I've got 10. Somebody else took the other 10. So they are loose boxes in a half case quantity that were half of a case. I just didn't keep the whole case. On Friday, we're going to start early, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. More Onyx Preferred Players autographed baseballs. It's Flawless Football release day, so we will open a half case of 2018 Flawless. We will open the back half of this case of Bowman that we started today. We'll finish it on Friday. Saturday is an off night. Sunday, we're back to 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. We'll open a 15-box case of Leaf Metal Draft Football. Bidding spots are sold by the first letter of the last name. We will also open 5 boxes, a half case of Topps Gypsy Queen Baseball. That'll be the start of a new case. On Monday, we'll open a half case of Flawless Football and a 12-box case of Diamond Kings Baseball. And that's as far as we've gotten, 5 days out. But there's always something fun to open. And that is it for me tonight. Thank you once again, everyone, for being here. I appreciate it very much. I hope that I will see you again soon. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll be back at it tomorrow night. So if I don't see you then, I hope I do see you again soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.